Hello and happy 4th of July. We are celebrating the American Independence Day by fighting an American Revolutionary War battle, the Battle of Camden, fought in South Carolina, which was historically a tragic loss for the Continental Army. And we'll see if that changes today. So I'm here with Brigadier General Edward Stevens. And so let me share my screen for you so you can see what I'm showing. So you're here with your flag bearer. Your army has deployed between two rivers and marshlands. You've got your militia boys lined up four deep with you. Behind them's the First Delaware Continental Army in assault column. You got Armand's cavalry over to further west. Looking east, the army extends way down to the trees over there, but you can see the artillery's kind of behind you to your left, and then the North Carolina militia and the Maryland boys are over there. Ahead of you, about half a mile away, you can see the British have deployed. Directly in front of you is, it looks like, actually North Carolina militia, but on the side of the British. And I don't think you'd be able to recognize much else, but you can see they're also maybe not quite as numerous as you, but certainly a fearsome bunch. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, then type your orders in your channel, and I'll be back next turn. Let's see.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go in.
Press forward isn't like fixed
Melee.
minutes kind of thing. Melee.
All
That's
right.
why we're in. That's why the infantry is in assault columns,
Okay, so I
and
got you.
why? Yeah, and while the infantry tries to break through, I would use the cavalry to outflank that element.
All right. Let me give my update. Um, so you are on your horse, General DeKalb. Arrayed in front of you are the Virginia militia, and a half an hour or half a mile away, the British Army under Cornwallis has deployed. Directly behind you are the boys from Delaware, um, the First Delaware, in their stovepipe hats. They're formed up in a pretty wide assault column, and then you've got Armand's cavalry over to your right, and to your left, you've got the artillery and the rest of the army. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Do we still command the artillery and cavalry?
Um, I I don't know about the artillery. I would assume the cavalry's on your wing, so I think you command the cavalry.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I have any questions as of right now.
Okay, go ahead and put your orders in your channel then.
Okay,
And I got one more person.
so where am I? Delaware guns. Oh no, wait. We do have Hello.
Hello, General Gates. Let me share my screen. Alright, it's a fine day for battle. Your army is deployed and arrayed across the grasslands between two rivers north of Camden. On your left, you've got the 1st Maryland. In front of them is the North Carolina militia. To your immediate right, you've got your 8th Cannon, and further beyond that, the Virginia militia. Over there, you got the Delaware and assault column and Armand's cavalry legion beyond that. It's kind of even atop your horse. It's kind of hard to see, but about a half a mile away, the British are deployed as well. The guns are currently blocked by the North Carolina militia,
Yep.
just so you know. And yeah, any questions?
Um, I I don't think so. Um,
And I will just post. I mean, I don't have any troops under my command, so can I just do little go to X orders
Yep.
typed in chat?
Yeah,
Or-
wherever you want to
okay.
go, just type it down and we'll make it happen.
Okay, great, nice.
Thank you.
Next turn, the turn after he gives it, you just go paste it in Rod. And
Okay.
you're responsible for your player's outgoing mail.
Gotcha.
All right. So the players should be typing into their channels now. Mine's is easy. Just said forward march.
Mine are real easy. They said nothing.
Oh, well, there you go. I also learned.
Not moving.
Oh crap!
The left is not.
Let's do that.
My guy's orders are contingent on Webster, so I need Webster.
Mine.
Gates is going to Caswell.
Go, go, go. I like the little thing you put.
Let's see. The calm is typing. If you have any questions about, I mean, hopefully all the orders are either forward march or nothing, but if they have any confusing questions, we'll open the manual and review it together and figure it out. Well,
Did we go over the movement rates with Ian?
I see them in the document here. What was it, 70
okay.
something feet?
There
Yeah,
you
so
go.
75 yards, which is 75 grids on the map. So
75 grids. How do I get that up? Let's see.
if you hold tab, it'll show you.
Okay.
So they're advancing. The two militias are advancing on each other. Interesting.
Ian, see, yeah, that'll be.
But I won't
Something to
do,
see.
since no one's firing, I won't do any morale checks yet.
If you want, Ian, if they're all doing it, you can just highlight all of them, hold down tab, and it'll draw or measure as you go. And you can just do it in one thingy.
Tell
Tab,
swoop.
draw and measure as I go. I'm gonna try to follow that.
Sure. As
Oh,
long
there
as
we
you
go.
hold-
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
And then you can measure out exactly without having
I
to
just
stop.
learned
it.
that literally last week. I've been doing it. I've been doing it.
Damn, you've been doing a good job for someone who doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I assume no one's firing. Does Caswell give orders?
My cannons are. Oh, what the fuck? Where'd they just go? Excuse my language. Can I control Z safely without fucking up anyone else's stuff?
No, don't control Z. What'd you do?
They've moved to the other side of the map for some reason.
What did the cannons?
Whoa, why are they moving everywhere?
I don't see cannons moving.
My light infantry.
I
Webster's.
saw some purple highlighted dudes go.
Yeah, I'm trying to drag them
Oh,
forward, and they
bring,
just
bring
got-
it back. Don't control Z. This map can't handle control
Okay.
Z.
I was gonna say if I have to reload all of this, I think my computer will die.
my
Oh, I
God.
see them. I see the British light
Fucking huddle
infantry.
stuff. Can I like pull them over or something?
Yeah, yeah. Drop them for a second.
Yeah,
They're
drop
Okay.
them. Bring them back.
Where are they supposed to be?
They were
To the
they
right
were over here.
of the 23rd.
All right. I'm gonna let you do the micro fixing, but they are
That's
now at least vaguely in the right location.
They're on the wrong wing of the British Army. Damn. I got you. Oh, it's because there's like a portal to hell in this
Okay,
piece of rough ground.
there we go.
Don't put things there. That's a portal to hell.
Yeah, hang on. It
Oh, the
happened
British
in
light
me too.
infantry.
So now they're way behind the Americans.
Yep, there's a portal to hell.
Good to know it's not just a skill issue on my part then.
A skishu, yes.
It's not a skill issue on your part.
They keep wanting to go back there.
Yeah, there's
In the
some
meantime,
kind
I'm gonna figure out this fire order.
Guns and calves guide forward.
of. Hey, James, I'm gonna let you do this because the closest I could get them was that road.
Alright, where are you trying to
I
do?
didn't have problems with it. Let me try.
Oh, you can't move them?
So I can, but over here, as you get
There's a
closer
portal
to the
to
British right, there's some kind of
portal
magnetic
down.
disturbance.
Why is the cavalry all in there too?
Magnetic disturbance.
I
You
have
don't
no
question the
Yeah, I
computers.
don't know what's going on.
Here, alright, here we go. Magnetic disturbance.
See?
That's our way of saying we don't know.
It
You
knows
just got
it knows who its master is.
Oh, they just did it. It just disappeared again. The cavalry just ceased to exist.
Let's stop touching them then.
I did. I only did it once, and then it.
and
I did it 3
after
times,
me
but
too.
it worked the first 2 times, so I figured I was okay.
Alright, well they're advancing.
Now there's British light infantry on their left. Where did they come from? They weren't there before.
I don't know, man.
Where is it?
On the extreme British left. They were not there before. Now there's like 5 squads of
I don't-
British light
I
infantry over
don't
here.
see any. Grab them.
Okay, I'll grab them.
I think they're supposed to go over here
Yeah,
I still don't see
dragging
them.
them back. Dragging them back.
slowly because otherwise they will go
Yeah.
to the abyss.
Yeah, and now we're gonna
Let's drop
take
them.
them over.
Oh,
Oh,
See,
did
they're
you see
like,
that?
yeah, they're like clipping out. They're taking casualties as they force march across the battlefield.
alright, well. Just don't move them too far. It's alright.
If
Alright.
if it doesn't matter, copy paste them over to the other side, like
Yeah.
Control C, delete them, Control V.
Yeah.
Maybe those models specifically are messy, and if we just
No,
make new ones.
How do I
It's not the
do?
models. It's
How do I do
that
artillery fire? I'm not seeing that in this rules sheet.
It just fires. Did someone order it to fire?
Yeah,
Who?
Cornwallis.
Okay, that's easy.
It's right in front of him.
Alright. So it's begun firing. Alright, I think we're good.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and go to your people again. You can,
Go to our people again. Okay.
Yep. Hello, Commander Stevens. Share my screen. Alright. You give the order to march forward. Can you see the screen alright? You there?
Yep, we're all good.
So your men are advancing through the flat grassland. It looks like the Virginia militia are advancing as well. They are maybe 200 yards away from you at the moment. As you look behind you, you can see the Delaware keeping up the pace, as are the cavalry. It looks like the left wing of the army did not advance. I don't know if that was the plan or not, but they're kind of out of sight, blocked by your own men. So the British left is advancing on you, and it looks like the right is not. And you can hear, can't really see it from here, but you can hear their guns are firing now. And that's
Cool.
about it.
All right, cool.
All right, any questions?
50, 100 yards. What's the sort of range in our muskets here?
So I mean, they have like a 200-yard range, but it's super inaccurate. So like you could shoot now and maybe hit something, but
Right.
they're more deadly within like 50 yards, 50 to 100 maybe.
All right, understood.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
It's a skirmish.
All right, General.
Okay.
Give me
Let's
a
see.
second, I gotta get on your horse. All right, here we go.
No, you're good. Take your time.
All right, so the Virginia militia advance in front of you. You give the order to march ahead behind them, so your Delaware boys are marching forward and the cavalry's moving forward as well, keeping pace. Ahead, you can see the British, the North Carolina militia is advancing towards you as well. So far, no shots have been fired, but more towards the center of the field, you can hear British guns firing. You can't really see it from here. As you look left, the North Carolina militia is not advancing, and you had given orders for the guns to move forward, but they ran into the rear of the North Carolina militia, and so they're a artillery officer comes back to you and asks you what you want them to do, because they can't go forward
Gotcha.
as ordered. And that's about it. Any questions?
None so far, I don't think. I think I'm good.
Thank you.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah. So. Okay, so turn to expand on guns can't move forward because of North Carolina.
standards advancing from what I can tell towards
Did,
towards the right of our position, towards General Stevens.
did someone see you already, Caswell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was just updated.
I
Thank
should
you.
have moved Gates before. Let me share my screen for Gates real fast because he didn't get that.
Absolutely.
All right. So you ride swiftly to meet with Caswell, who's standing in front of his militia. As you look, what's in front of him, you can see the Royal Welsh Fusiliers are in front of him, as is the 33rd Foot. The British guns have started firing towards the center of your army. And you can look to the right, you can see their North Carolina volunteers and their militia are advancing. So basically the British left is advancing and your own right is advancing. You can see the, a little bit far away, but you can see the Virginia militia moving forward. And that's about it. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Alright, write your orders in your channel. Alright.
The wheel's about 45 degrees, right?
Yeah. Normally if a wheel's 90, unless they say half wheel, I think. Are they half wheeling? What the on earth are they doing?
I think
They did-
it's 90 unless half wheel.
First and second company. How big is a company?
About
That's where I have no idea.
It's like,
In-
I can give you for the British.
yeah, what's a British
in-
company?
I think it's about 60.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So,
So
just,
the paper strength is 80 in 20 years. I have no idea what it is in 70, whatever this is.
Oh no, it's a little bit smaller. They enlarged it during the Napoleonic Wars, so I think 60 on paper,
believe you.
obviously. Thank you.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, that's enheartening.
I'm going to say that this giant line cannot complete a full wheel in a turn because
Oh,
the
no.
guys on the right. Okay, so
No
that's
way.
where they end up.
What are Hamilton's regulars doing? Sorry, I'm gonna keep my fat mouth shut.
So he's trying to. I don't think he meant to, but he gave them orders to make a 90-degree turn to the left as they advance.
Okay, so
that's
they're
what they're in the process of doing.
That's what they're
doing,
doing.
which is going to put them oblique to the Americans, but they don't actually want this right now.
Yeah, I think he's lucky that he didn't have time to complete the maneuver.
Now he just has to. All the Americans have to do is get the VA militia out of the way for the Delaware to make their blitz, I guess. Sorry, I'm going to keep the commentary to myself. That's my favorite part.
So I think, even though they weren't ordered to, I think some of the militia is just going to start firing. 'Cause
Yeah, they're militia. That's what they do.
they're just going to shoot. Okay.
So I'm gonna put some smoke on the regulars too, on Hamilton's. He does have North Carolina fire by rank commence firing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and put smoke like halfway down the line or something. I don't know. So you wanted to move and then fire by rank?
I don't know what he wanted to do,
Well,
but what he wrote was, and I'm translating here: turn 90 degrees to the left, march forward, and fire by rank.
okay.
Oh, hello, purple highlighted light infantry.
All
How
right.
did we end up solving this? I don't know.
I deleted them, and on reservist advice, I copy pasted them back
Yes.
over there.
Okay.
And it's so far mostly worked.
All right. So if it's guide by the right flank march, I don't want to take the time. Does that mean
Effectively, they orient by the right.
it's already oriented?
Then they just advance, I guess.
Yeah, but they can't run into.
Usually you guide by the right and then tell the right to like march along a road or a path that like bends so that way
Yeah.
everyone else knows.
I think he's. Well, we're just gonna say they're not dumb. They're gonna start moving around, I guess.
What is firing distance? 225? Or?
Effective is within like 100 yards, but they could fire at like 200 if they wanted.
Okay. Let's guess like 240.
All right, so I need to make a roll here. Oops. Why?
There are 10 companies.
Oh, dang it.
And Cornwallis just said load shells and continue barrage.
Six.
Some of the 30. Did some of the 33rd intentionally get left to guard the guns?
Oh, I forgot about this. I meant to move this forward.
You're fine.
A mistake is honestly made. And besides it, it's not like it's too unlikely they would leave in order to have a company stay back.
Let me make sure they're the right number. 2.
So I can say, at least for the British, there are 600 men on paper regiment. There are 10 companies, equal in size, left being the lights, right being the heavies, or the grenadiers. Yeah.
25 in a line. 33rd. 25 bucks.
25 blocks. I wouldn't know about how exactly those translate, but
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that's fine. Because those didn't appear out of nowhere.
yeah. Oh, the 71st Highland is here. I have some distant relative that was like an officer of some sort for that regiment, but
And then Cornwallis was asking about his cannon's impacts. How are those calculated?
Just tell them they're hitting.
Okay.
where are the American guns? Oh,
They're moving around the line. It's a bit of a mess.
the NC militia now has orders from Caswell to get out of the way of the guns.
Send word to
so-
the braids. Okay, it's blocking the guns.
I've got to run and grab water. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna say that they just sort of step aside, like maybe go like this,
Like,
or would they form up behind?
They didn't give very good orders. Make
Yeah,
way.
it's not really an order.
So show them. So put them behind here and make them all disheveled. They're basically.
Oh yeah.
They lost
Stay
their
tuned.
formation. So they made room.
Yeah.
All right. Did everyone go and do things?
Yes, I've done all my orders. Nothing from the French or Drury right now. He's Drury in my book because I'm not trying to pronounce that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and do the next turn.
All right.
All right.
Hello again.
Oh shoot! Hold on. I messed up. Give me one. Not on you. Something else. Okay. Now we can do your update. Alright, so first and second company start to fan out in skirmish formation. Well, the line kind of waits for them to move forward and then advances a little bit. But the enemy starts to wheel kind of at an angle towards the west, and then the closest end of the line is less than 100 yards away. Even though the order to fire hasn't been given, some of the militiamen lose their nerve and fire their muskets. And the enemy fires back. One or two soldiers go down, and you can see the men slinking, looking around, deciding what to do. The British guns are still firing. Your own guns are not, but you cannot see them, don't know what's going on. But you do have the Delaware directly behind your men and the cavalry, so that's strengthening the men's resolve, helping them stand in place.
Cool.
Any questions?
No.
Okay.
We're good.
You mean all the guns?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, DeKalb.
Hang on. I'm gonna get into your live stream in a moment.
So
right.
Stevens militia advances not as far as last time. You can see he's deploying 2 companies of skirmishers. He's started trading fire with the Virginia militia across from him. The Delaware and the cavalry have kept up pace and are standing at the ready. As you look to the left, you can kind of see the guns getting around the North Carolina militia and then some of the militia moving out of the way, so maybe they'll be clear to start firing soon. The left wing of the army has not moved yet.
Okay. What about the assault column to my rear? Did they fixed their bayonets yet, or not yet?
Did you order that? Sorry.
Yeah, I ordered that at the beginning of turn 2. I said fix bayonets.
Yeah.
Assault column continue forward.
Yep, they have fixed bayonets.
Okay. And has the Stevens pretty much entire column has stopped except for the skirmishers that moved up?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. I think I am filled in. Do you have any questions? Johan?
I'll take that as a no.
Oh, okay, so no.
Okay. Alright. So you're making your way across the field to DeKalb, but it is completely on the other side. So you don't quite reach him. Let me share my screen.
All good.
So you are passing in front of the tail end of the North Carolina militia now. You can see some of them have moved out of way, not in any organized manner to make way for the guns, which are moving forward. You can see the Virginia militia. Some of them in skirmish formation are starting to trade fire with the British across the way. Actually, not the British. Well, technically the British, but the North Carolina militia. The Loyalists. And the right wing continues moving forward. The British guns continue firing on the North Carolina militia. And the British right wing seems to not be moving.
All right. Thank you.
We got the easy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you guys have the people that aren't moving?
Yep. Although the Marquis de Rouerie is very mad at, not very mad, but a little bit annoyed at Caswell, because apparently he thinks Caswell is supposed to be advancing.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't really know their overarching plan, but I don't think that was in it.
I don't know either.
Having to reference this thing. Where's my flipping?
Alright. So you continue this.
The British are making... Oh, actually, no, never mind. They're forming up their line. That makes sense.
He told me he assumed they would just keep walking, and maybe they would have. But I didn't move them when he didn't give me orders to, which is probably my fault. But that's why.
Well, no, because you're the umpire. Nothing's your fault.
Right, exactly. Nothing's my
It's only your responsibility. See.
The rest of the Virginia, are they moving and firing, or?
Of who?
Sorry, the Virginia militia on the British side. Is that all the combat that's happening? No one else shooting?
My 33rd and 23rd should be opening fire.
33rd and 23rd?
Yep.
Okay, and are the North Carolina firing back?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Will you guys help
Order to fire.
What is going on
put
with
smoke
these-
for everywhere that's firing?
Yep. I'll do the North Carolina militia.
Okay, let me...
Oh wow, you make it dense. Okay.
see.
So Caswell takes into the middle of the line and not right ahead of it.
Hey, the light infantry again. What's up, guys?
Did they do the thing they aren't supposed to do?
They
Yeah,
sure
I
did.
keep hoping I can move them without them going to hell, but I guess not.
God hates
just
the
gotta
British.
do
I don't know what to tell you. It's almost the 4th of July. This is their punishment.
No, he's trying to reinforce their left.
Oh, I see. Hey, their left does need it by the looks of it, so maybe this is a sign from God after all.
Will someone push the regulars? Never mind, I'm almost done with it. Oh. Just delete them.
Yeah. These guys, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is this state 2 indicative of damage taken, even if not?
Yeah, because it actually removes 2 soldiers, but I mean, just describe a few soldiers here and there getting hit and wounded. Let's see.
And is it the same on the American side, or are those skirmishers?
They had skirmishers, and yeah, but I mean they are getting wounded as well. And then this group, so we've got. Let's see, their morale. Why didn't I give them a morale rating? That's alright. So are they within 150? Not quite. So nothing there. Nothing there, and then nothing. Okay. So over on this side, let them know that I mean, they're pretty far distance, so most of the fire is pretty inconsequential.
Yep.
On both sides.
Okay.
On this side, both militias...
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. The North Carolina militia do not have orders to fire.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah. We can just... There's no real impact.
Fixed. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Next turn.
Alright, going to do my reports.
Oh, wait a minute. He just ordered the cavalry to move. 1 minute ago.
Too late. Alright, General Stevens.
All right. Let's see if it's crashed and burned already.
So, your militiamen are firing all along the line, left to right. Those that are behind the skirmishers can't really get a clear shot without shooting their own guys, so they're just holding their position. You are seeing some casualties as the Virginia men fire back. And as you look around, you can see some of your boys are looking tempted to break, but they see you standing nearby and take courage. It doesn't hurt to have the Delaware standing right behind them. And yep. And you can no, never mind. That's right. All right. That's what you can see. Any
I do have a
questions?
question.
Yep.
Did the enemy line in front of me stay within that sort of oblique movement they did previously?
Yeah, they're at an angle. It's kind of hard to see, but this side's closer than the other side.
I see. And dispatches. Is there a format or just no dispatches?
Just write it in your channel and
Cool.
say who you want delivered to, and that's it.
That's all.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh shoot!
All right.
We're gonna knock out 2 birds with 1 stone this time. Here you go.
Oh jeez. Everyone's in the group chat.
Alright, here we go. Share my screen.
Oh, everybody's here.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Either
General
something went bad or
General Gates rides up and joins General DeKalb. From atop your horses, you can see the Virginia militia are trading fire with the British North Carolina loyalists. Some of his men are looking close to breaking. The Delaware men are standing at the ready. As you look over to the east, you can see your guns have finally moved and are cleared, ready to fire when you want to give the order. To the far east, left of you, you can see the British right has advanced, and they're firing at the North Carolina militia at pretty long range, but they are advancing and firing. Their guns continue to fire, and yeah, I think that's it. Any questions?
Okay. So you said the battalion in front of us is breaking currently?
Not breaking, but you can see some of the men looking behind them, thinking about it.
I gotcha. Okay. I think that's the only question I currently have. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I had a major accident. All right. Oh.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
Only orders are the Marquis de la Rouerie is to move to the right, dead right of his line, and now Caswell has ordered a return. Well, actually, I got that verbally. Let me wait for Caswell to type it before I say it.
It says be at the ready to await the order to fire. Half.
Oh, okay, now we have an order to fire at will. So I'm placing the smoke, if that's all fine by you.
Alright, half left wheel turn march.
Oh, God. Glad I don't have your section.
Well, that's easy because they're not going to do it.
Oh. May I ask why?
Oh, their morale's already shot.
Shattered. Oh, okay.
I mean, they're militia. They're not going to...
Right, yeah, that's
So they're at morale.
Alright. Just to double check, the Webster player is asking if we have ring or plug bayonets. I'm assuming
ring.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry, I should let umpire James
No,
answer that,
that's
actually.
fine.
Okay, I'm assuming as much. This is the one period of warfare I actually know a decent bit about.
Yeah, if someone will help me, I need to make all this militia turn around and go into...
Oh, all the VA militia? Ooh.
Yeah. Just turn them around.
What about the ones running through the first Delaware? Should they go around them?
Yeah, just have them go around.
Okay.
They're not entirely broken. They're just seeking cover because they don't like standing and fighting where they're at.
Militia problems.
It is a problem.
All of them?
Yep. you'll do that, I can do my other orders.
You face around. You're facing the wrong way. Wait, hold on. Can I mass? I can. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hope I didn't just kill someone's computer, but
Might be lazy. Does anybody know how fast a cavalry trot is?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
I know, but then I'd have to
A
tab
trot
out.
is 200 yards a minute.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
hold on. There we go. Okay, it works.
Oh, then I need to check this guy. 150 yards. Light casualties. He's supported.
Rodden over here thinks he's been abandoned, left alone
Rodden?
with a shot. Yeah, on the British left, he's like, they've got a shot column and all the cavalry and an 8-gun battery. Now he,
Well-
now he just got a dispatch saying, "Okay, bayonet charge them."
Oh God, poor bastard! I can't blame him now with orders like that.
Well, yeah, he's the weak left side, and the British or the Americans put they
Everything
kind
on the right.
of well, not quite. They put
Well,
the
yeah.
Delaware is their punching arm.
As is the artillery and the cavalry.
Yeah.
So I guess they're spread out in infantry, but they're sort of
Well,
other aspects.
historically, Gates put everything on the right and all the militia on the left, and so as soon as the militia got charged, his left broke immediately,
and immediately ran away.
and that was it.
Yeah, I was
So
going to
he
say.
was smarter to put the militia in front of the more professional guys.
Professional troops, yeah. Always send in the expendable meat shields before you commit to your main attack. Probably not how they conceived a militia in this war, but
That's how. Who was the one at Cowpens? I forget who commanded it now. That's terrible.
for the American side,
Yeah.
Good question, actually. I feel like I should know this. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Daniel Morgan, so
that's
says
right.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put the militia in front, but not as meat shields, just as a
Yes, just as a part of discipline.
initial.
Which makes him an inferior commander to me, and I know this because I play Kriegsspiel and he didn't.
Hmm.
Naturally.
Alright, assume their guns. Oh, forward trot to the right of militia. Guns start firing, okay. They're gonna shoot that way. Cavalry is gonna get caught up in the fleeing militia. They're not gonna move much, actually. And then these guys, the Roddens, are gonna take a morale check.
I don't know what the 71st Highland are doing yet. I haven't moved any of Rodden.
Alright, so they're his volunteers. I don't know. Okay, and then these guys are shooting back at each other. So did they move forward at all?
Webster wants to ceasefire, reload, advance to close range, fire once, then charge. So I assume just
Only do
Mr.
the first
advance
two,
him up.
probably.
Yeah.
So he wants to cease fire, reload, advance to close range. So
And fix bandits as well.
so not all that will happen, but we'll move them up.
Yeah.
Is that for both sides? All sides?
Yes.
Okay, so oops. We move the smoke back. Leave it where they were. And then let me do a firing shot on them. So within 150, they are charging.
Uh-oh. Okay, never mind.
Is the commander leading from the front, or he's kind of behind, isn't he? Okay.
He's behind.
So that's 1 morale. That's 2. Okay. And then these guys are they got artillery shooting at them. Where's their
Oh, let's light infantry to move up as well. That's not gonna lead to complications.
Okay. I think we're good.
And he wants his light infantry to fire as well. Sorry, I forgot.
Who was that? Where? Over on the side.
The right side. Yeah, they're all screwed up.
Oh, the British light infantry is doing a pretty good job, actually.
All right, just show them. We'll just show them starting to shoot over there.
Yeah, the smoke will stay in existence.
That will work. Okay, next turn.
Okay.
I'm putting smoke on the British lights, yes?
I did already.
Oh. I didn't see it on my end. They just ceased to exist. Okay, well, never mind then.
That's weird, but okay.
Not my sector, if I know what you do. Pardon, going to give my orders, or give my reports.
Hello, gentlemen. Nope.
I hope it's going well. Sorry.
No, I got you.
All right. So Stevens gives an order for a semi-complicated maneuver, and it proves too much for the militia. Now they aren't entirely routing; they're moving to safety behind the Delaware. They got tired of being shot at.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
You and me both, militia.
you've momentarily lost control of the militia who are fleeing towards the rear. And because of that, the cavalry wasn't really able to move as ordered. But the guns are now firing. You can hear them and see them, and that's good.
Okay.
Looking far afield to the other side of the battle, you can see the British appear to be continuing to advance. You can see the North Carolina boys firing back at them. Of course, it's way too far to see what's going on. And you can see to the left of the North Carolina loyalists, the Rawdon's Irish volunteers have advanced and are in line on the flank, his right flank.
Oh geez. Okay. I see.
Any questions?
I have none. I don't think.
Okay.
Nope. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it wouldn't hurt to lose one. militia. Oh. I forgot to rename second state, so when they change states, they go from North Carolina to Virginia militia. Have them start to line up.
Pardon me. Only orders are McKee de Rouerie. We'll back out to his right a little bit.
I came back and there was no one here. I went.
Oh.
All my 3 people are together right now. Makes it easy.
Makes it easy.
Whoever moved Cornwallis in with Charles, thank you. I went to go do that, and as I clicked on his name, he moved.
Act of God, truly.
Really,
Could not possibly be that there are multiple empires.
this is the way.
Umpires are a myth, actually. When you join a Kriegsspiel, we just sort of get the power of Christ compels us to make these.
Is that what I do for 30 hours a week?
Yeah, that you just don't know it because your body is inhabited by the Holy Spirit. This is real Catholic theology. I learned this in my theology classes.
Me too, dude.
Budget cuts suck, don't they?
Huh?
I said budget cuts suck, don't they?
Oh yeah, well.
So Tarleton just ordered his cavalry to turn 90 degrees to the right and charge.
Okay.
Problem.
That's a
with
very
that-
Tarleton in character thing to do. I'll give him that.
Problem is the guys 90 degrees to his right are his friends.
Have them just.
That's not something Tarleton overly concerned himself with in real life, so.
They best get to charging, dude.
So would they stop in the rear, or would they force their way through? I mean, I don't think they would run over their own guys, but
Weren't they like trained not to, or is that a lady thing?
yeah, I'd say we just stop them at the rear and then
The horses.
say
Yeah, that
they're-
makes sense.
Say they're stymied. Where's Tarleton?
He's
Behind
back here
them.
with Cornwallis.
Pretty far behind them.
Oh,
His
yeah.
infantry.
Yeah, they're not gonna. If he's not there to push them through.
Though I think it
Can
would be in
I-
character if they did just charge through.
Can I put them here? Because their order was to turn 90 degrees to the right and then charge, and that would have put them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright. Now, let's see.
Turn 5. So
Fire battalion,
form.
truck
Oh,
force.
battle line of 4 ranks. Oblique right forward march.
The Brewery has nothing for me. Brigades, front rank, kneel. Fire by company. I don't know if that really is going to matter in a fight like this, but
Alright, so oblique right forward march. Does anyone know what oblique right means? For cavalry?
it means you're marching at a 45. Who is this for?
If it's cavalry.
James, each person or trooper turns 45 degrees to the right and they walk. So it's not like the left wing advances and then the whole thing wheels. It's just each dude turns 45 degrees to the right and then you walk.
Okay. So they're all on their own turning right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh, and they're going to end right up on the British light infantry. Oh, yes, there.
Forward march. I guess they're just walking speed. And then assault column, battle line of 4 ranks. So that's 4 people deep.
Yes.
That's a complicated maneuver. Let's see. How would they do that?
I don't know what I forget when Camden is, but if they do it by the Prussian style, it would be the right half of the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th rank would move to the right, Like,
Yeah.
so they would march out this way and then forward, and then the company commander would give like the order right about, march left about,
Okay.
you know.
So we will do that where it's starting, but not let it finish. So
Yeah, and then these guys would end up right behind them. Yeah, like that. And then I don't know what these guys would do. They'd kind of just be chilling in the rear, I guess.
okay. So
I'm
who's
assuming
so
Webster
they're
wants
still
to-
shooting. They're not getting shot at.
You guys have
Rodden's
ordered a-
maneuvering.
Yeah. Rodden's Islanders moved to the right, and the volunteers have been ordered to open fire.
Okay. So his Rodden's volunteer left wing's getting shot up by canister pretty bad. Actually, canister wasn't. Anyway, artillery's right there, so they're getting shot. If you'll add the smoke for whoever's shooting, I'll make the rolls.
Is the 33rd Foot and the 23rd Welsh Fusiliers shooting, or are they just advancing?
I don't know.
For whoever has them.
So they just lost 2 morale.
Oh, sorry. Say again. I didn't realize it was me.
For the 33rd Foot, are they shooting or just advancing?
I think they're shooting if he's finishing the second half of the last order, because he didn't give anything other than his own move this turn. So
Okay,
he said
in that
fire by
case.
battalion, then charge bandits.
Yep. So they'll fire by battalion this turn and the next turn. So James, I'm putting the smoke down for you and being up the 33rd Foot and the 23rd Welsh. Also Foot, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
I like using the British prestige names.
Alright, so they're firing where they stand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By battalion, yes. I don't know if that really matters in the rules, but
Well,
Yes.
I should take that into account, but I'm not right now. Okay. So none for them. None for them. And then another one for them. Where's Caswell?
Caswell's in the middle of his line right now. Whoa, should be.
Where'd
Unless
he
the
go?
piece just disappeared. That's a good question. The piece should be right here. Do you have a way to copy paste Caswell's piece back into existence? What the hell?
No. Is it over here? No, that's grass. Someone accidentally deleted it when he deleted the smoke, probably. Oh, that's
Oh,
probably
maybe.
what happened. Yeah.
But I didn't delete any smoke over
No, that
here.
was me.
No one should
I
have.
grabbed all the smoke and then I deleted it.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Can you pull the piece back to existence? Or will there just be? I'll just go about where Caswell should be,
Let me.
and
Just copy another officer and rename
No,
it.
I'll bring him in. Hold on.
oh yeah, you can like go to the games thing and load the other. Well, not load, but half
So
load the other module and pick the
Caswell
pieces you want.
was the far right, the light blue. So this
British
one.
light infantry over here again.
Alright,
There we go.
So I need to give him morale.
Are you renaming them?
Yeah, I'm doing it on the front guy. Okay.
All right.
So they're advancing, firing, guns are firing, Rowden's men, left wing's getting shot up pretty bad. Delaware's doing maneuvers. Alright, next turn.
James, I don't know if you care, but somebody asked to help umpire 10 minutes ago, 12
Oh.
minutes ago. Okay.
Nah, it's too late.
Then we-
Am I next?
Oh wait, Stevens is now not here.
Oh, goodbye.
He went back to rally the men.
That's true.
Alright, share my screen. Alright, so you guys are in front of the Delaware, but in a bit of an uncomfortable position as musket balls zip all around you, some uncomfortably close. The Delaware is maneuvering into battle. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Battle line by 4 ranks. They're still performing the maneuver. It's not quite completed yet. You can see Stevens has gone to the rear. It's starting to reorganize his militia. The cavalry over there are off to the right and I guess moving over onto the flank of the enemy. The enemy hasn't moved. They are but still firing from a distance, and you can see the Irish volunteers firing as well. The cannons are cutting large swaths into their line, kind of in this area. Far to the left, you can see the battle continuing. A lot of gun smoke over there. Looks like the British are continuing to advance, but have not charged or anything, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Will the Delaware regulars be ready to fire this imminently?
I mean, there's some in the front that could fire now. They're still performing the maneuver to get in the line, so
Okay.
partially.
All right, gotcha. Thanks.
How? Okay.
All right.
And you said our cabs on their right flank, but they're still pushing up
Well,
forward.
they're heading over that way towards the trees, as ordered.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I think. Can I ask for distance between certain units? Like, how far are the guns from the targets they're currently firing from, or is that not really a thing?
You'd have to ride over and see, or
I see.
or write in
Okay.
your orders, and I'll have an artillery officer let you know next turn.
Gotcha. Alrighty then.
All right, thanks.
So,
All right, General. So you move to the rear and start the difficult task of reforming the men. You've got a line starting to form, but you've got a lot more to go. The men have stopped running at least, though. Oh, there's a jump. In front of you, the Delaware are starting to spread out and deploy, and the cavalry have gone off that way towards the trees. You can hear the guns firing over there next to you, and then the battle is going on over that way, but you can't see much from where you're at.
Cool.
Oh, and I never shared my screen with you as I said all that. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
Let me do that again quickly. So this is the men forming up. That's looking east, south, west. So sorry about that.
Yep, this is a militia. I've ever seen them.
All right. Any questions?
No, we're good. Thank you.
Assume he's just gonna keep organizing.
James, these light infantry, every turn I move them, and every turn they get.
That's annoying.
Nobody's seen them yet. I keep trying to hide them out of the way. No one commented on it.
We lost Ian.
Yeah, he said lagged out. I'll be back ASAP 1 minute ago.
Okay.
Right, I've got to actually join the call. Hello.
Hello. Oops, wrong one. Dang it, I hate when I do that. Battle line, complete formation, fire by rank. I forgot. Well, I need to research. So, getting shot by artillery in range. Two more. Which is... Will you guys help me? I guess I can just grab them.
You're in a different VC.
I'm
Oops.
coming back in right now.
Have lag problems. I saw that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I completely got sidetracked. Did I give you your update?
No, we haven't received the update yet. We just handed in turn 6, and we have not
You
received
just
the update.
gave. Okay, no, I got ahead of myself. We're good. Never mind. Got all confused.
Alright, loading back in.
All right, what's Rodden doing? He's shooting 150.
They're just shooting.
Light casual.
He wanted to fight. I'm sorry, he's just shooting. He wants to shoot at the gun crews.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a thing he can do.
It is, but will you help me? His militia's all breaking, so will you? They're not breaking, fleeing to the rear.
Sure. So, both units broke.
So put them in state 2 and flip them around.
Almost like standing in front of an 8-gun battery is not great.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, that works.
I'm not gonna keep him out in front of his teammates.
No, put him over there.
We have an infantry piece above to kill his horse.
Whose horse?
Rodden.
What about
Oh,
it?
in front of the guns.
I won't.
Okay, and then over here on the left, um,
The American left.
the American left, they're just holding and firing.
Fire at will for the North Carolina militia. Stand firm for the 2nd Maryland. Ian, what for the British? What are they doing over here?
Yeah, are they just shooting where they're at?
I think they're charging now.
Oh, they're charging.
23rd and 33rd are charging bayonets. Yes, they
Alright.
said charge bayonets. I think.
So
I guess that's. Yeah.
they're being charged. So yeah, the whole help me. All this line in North Carolina, they're all gonna break and flee.
The whole North Carolina.
Yeah, so put them. Let's see. Can we pick them all up, put them behind,
Yeah.
and then change them to state 2? There you go.
Not necessarily in that order, I presume. Is. Oh, shite.
And then make them look more disorganized.
Yeah,
Where'd Caswell go? There he is.
Caswell, poor bastard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it the North Carolina and Virginia, or just the North Carolina?
Just
I'm
the
sorry,
North
just the
Carolina
Virginia.
on the left.
Okay, well
When
then the
they-
Virginia.
When they, I forgot, I messed it up. When they go to state 2, it says they're Virginia. They're still North.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
right.
VA militia. Okay, I see what you mean.
So, did the whole front line of militia break?
Yeah, and the second line.
Okay, great. That's fine. Then we did the right thing. I was like Virginia, North Carolina. I did the wrong thing.
Alright, so they are charging. No cover. Commanders not leading from the front.
Where's Caswell?
So he loses another morale. So morale 3. Well, I don't like that. Okay. Need to.
Just gonna assume he wants to follow there.
Uh-oh. Did someone fall over? No, okay. We're good.
Alright.
Who's commanding the 1st Maryland? Smallwood?
That's not a player, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I found the OG Caswell.
Oh, did you?
People are gonna
Yeah, he fell over behind the 2nd Maryland for some reason.
Alright, I'll get rid of the other one then.
ask next turn. James, is rallying routed units outside the scope of the game?
No, it's within the scope if they want to do that.
Alright.
And so far, all the militia that have broken, it's more of a withdrawal. They're not fully routing quite yet. So they can rally, and like the Virginia over here reforming their line behind the Delaware, so they're all okay for now.
Cornwallis also wanted to shift artillery fire to the enemy battery.
He can't.
That would
There's British in the there's Irishmen in the way.
shoot his
There's
own men.
Irishmen in the way.
Yes, but we'll hit some of them as well.
So then,
Okay, I think we're
a
good.
commander after my own heart.
Can you imagine getting hit from both sides? I'm done.
Yeah, that would be.
Imagine how much the Irish must would hate the British after that.
Six other reasons, but yes, sure.
Right. No, that's it right there. Camden, 1780. We nailed it. All right, going.
Next turn. Why is it doing that? Alright, General Stevens.
Hello.
Let me share my screen this time. So you continue the work of forming the men up. You can see the line is extending as more and more men arrive and form up. As you look to the east, who's that over there? Oh, no, that's just North Carolina. So the Delaware boys have deployed and are starting to fire. As you glance behind you, it looks like the Loyalist militia is breaking and running. That's good news. That's about it. There's a lot of shooting going on at the far side of the battlefield. We can't tell much of what's going on over there.
All right. Cool.
All right. Any questions?
No, not right now. Thank you.
All right, General DeKalb.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, the Delaware, 1st Delaware has finished deploying in a line as ordered and started firing by rank. And that seemed to be enough to scare off the Virginia Loyalists who have broken and run. Behind them, standing in line, are the 71st Highlanders who have not started firing yet. The gun smoke's starting to obscure your vision. You can see your own guns continuing to fire. And way over to the right, you can see your Armand has continued heading southwest. And you can see Tarleton's Legion, his cavalry, seem to be giving chase and are heading due west right at them.
Okay. But you said the loyalist line in front of us is they're running away pretty much.
Yeah, running away.
Cool. All right. I don't think I have any questions.
All right. All right, General Gates. Share my screen. All right, you are about halfway across the battlefield, so you left DeKalb behind. You can see Stevens reorganizing his militia. The end of the North Carolina line here is reforming as well behind the guns. As you look south, you can see Lord Rawdon's Irish volunteers are breaking and fleeing southward under the heavy fire of the guns, it appears. And you can tell, it's a bit in the distance, but it looks like the North Carolina Loyalist militia has also broken and is fleeing to the rear.
Excellent.
As you look to the east, it looks like the North Carolina militia on the far left are breaking and running, and the British are charging in.
Gotcha.
And that's about it.
All right. Thanks.
Yep. Let's see. Need to get rid of the smoke. Will you help me get rid of the smoke, reservist?
Huh?
On the over here.
Yeah, gotcha. Hold on. No, Highlanders, you're still there. Caswell's falling back to the rear of the 2nd Maryland.
Yep.
Oop.
Apparently, Cornwallis and Ian are related. And
Apparently, what?
Cornwallis and Ian are brothers.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
I did the voice call, and they're just like viciously yelling at each other.
Shit talking each other.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Has Ian? I actually forgot. Did Ian get back here, or is anyone?
He's been. Yes.
Yeah, he's been putting in the orders for the 33rd and the 23rd.
It actually looks like he DC'd again, but he was just in call with Cornwallis.
Okay.
Cornwallis yelled at him savagely.
Damn.
I guess as long as they're getting the orders in.
That's what we care about. 71st? Oh, I guess the 71st got split up. The 2nd Maryland does have orders to fire as soon as the militia are clear, and they are clear, so.
Alright, go ahead and give them some smoke.
Who has Armand's Legion? I mean, which of us?
DeKalb, I do.
Okay. So Tarleton's Cav is being ordered to charge the closest thing. They're about 200 away, which is the speed I was given for a trot, but I don't know what his Cav are doing.
They don't have orders yet, but I think they'll battle each other.
That sounds fun.
Which is to say the Americans will be slaughtered.
Yeah.
I think Tarleton's gonna go lead them, but he didn't say so, so never mind.
Someone can help me reform the 1st Virginia over here.
Where? Oh, the 1st Virginia. Yeah. Hold
where-
on. You can force things to go to a state, so you can like select a whole bunch, and then it'll take a second. Actually, yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and start putting them in line. Alright, so they're firing. Are the British charging still?
I'm waiting for Ian to get back. I do not know, but I can check if you'd like.
Well, their order. Yeah, check the orders for, I guess, Webster. Where's his orders?
Webster? Is that what I'm looking at?
Are those old? Well, yeah. I guess
Oh, he's typing now. I'm rooting for poor, what's his name? Guy whose base I lost, Coswell. But I don't think this is his battle.
Alright, Will left. Shouldn't you have to say who you want to guide on when you say Will?
Yeah, what's the context here?
It's a battle line. It just orders battle line Will, half left.
Half left. I don't think the guide on thing's even necessary. You would just wheel.
Just starts moving.
Half left, yeah.
Alright, well,
I mean, you could have your guide on run forward and make a nice target of himself. That is a thing you could do, but I wouldn't personally. Especially if you have regulars. You don't really need to do that. If you have militia, at least it makes sense because they need that reference point.
These are regulars.
Yeah, okay.
Are the 71st Highlanders over here by Rawdon, are they firing?
Yeah, they were ordered to advance 40 yards and fire.
Did they already advance?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so
I have orders from Webster. 33rd and 23rd, halt, oblique march right, making room for the 71st, halt, and fire. So, oblique march right. How far? Not very far, I'm going to say, because they're going to be under fire.
What is this? These guys are like 10 feet.
Where?
The 33rd Foot and the North Carolina Militia along the road.
Oh, yeah. Well, the North Carolina militia along the road have no orders. They've just been out of command. They're Caswell, but Caswell's been only ordering immediately around him, which I mean, fair enough, but...
Well, they're
yeah.
just going to start shooting then. Webster's right there, though. Oh, wait. Why is...
That's...
Oh. Never mind, I see. So... Okay. So are they charging? Are they still charging, or do they stop?
No, he's saying...
Slide right, then shoot.
Yeah.
He wants to make room for the 71st Foot behind him.
So they're performing maneuvers 50 yards from the enemy.
Yeah, under a very well-disciplined, in my opinion, volley that has been being prepared for the last however long the combat's been going on.
Yeah, alright, so...
Oh, where did... I think he got swept away in the tide. Where did Rouier end up? He has orders to fight his way through the tide to get to his men.
There's firing British light infantry on the extreme right side of the American army now. They came through the portal from the warp.
They came through the portal. Oh god, yep, these guys are supposed to be on the other flank. Hold on. I'm just going to Control X, Control V, because that mostly works. Nope, it didn't work. There we go. Nope. Okay, yep, the portal to hell opened again and swallowed them. Okay, hold on. Not corpses, this is the British Lightfoot, just...
So the right
we might have to verbally describe how there are very much definitely light infantrymen over here.
Starting to break
because...
under that fire. Let's see. Alright. Oh, the British light infantry over here. I'm just deleting them.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened, so fair.
Okay.
Did you already do the cav fight, James?
I didn't.
Okay.
I don't have good rules for that, so that's just going to be they're fighting, and then the Americans are going to lose.
Yeah.
Tarleton is in there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I shouldn't have moved him so close because his token looks like a cavalryman.
He's right. Oh, that's Armand.
There's Armand. Where's Tarleton?
I don't know.
Should be by a lone horseman in there somewhere. There he is.
There he is. Yeah, he's in there too.
He would love to be in the thick of it in real life, so...
Yeah, he was moving... Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to roll... Wait, is Tarleton a new player or a...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a new player.
Well, then I won't kill him. Okay, he didn't die anyway.
Yeah.
Tell him he killed Armand.
Nice.
Okay.
And then...
Is Armand a player?
No.
Okay.
Hence our willingness to kill him off so quickly.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even midnight. Come on.
Alright, I think we're ready for the next turn. So... Let's see, did I roll for that? I did, okay. Yeah, the right wing of the 33rd Foot starting to break because they were doing maneuvers right in front of the enemy fire, so...
I'm not saying we should do anything about it this turn, but Cornwallis is trying to rally the North Carolina regulars, and Rowden is trying to rally Rowden's volunteers.
Okay.
Gonna go do my orders. Be back in a minute.
Yeah, so maybe next turn we'll start lining them up.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, General Stevens. You have finally finished getting your militiamen back into line. They dress left and are in a nice pretty line ready to for your orders once again. As you look south of you, the Delaware soldiers have started wheeling to better face the 71st Foot that's across from them, the Highlanders. And don't think you can see that. The guns are continuing to fire there next to you. Lots of fighting going on down that way, but you can't really see that too well. Any questions? Stevens?
Sorry, I was muted. Are the Delaware regulars in front of me, are they half wheeling or full wheeling to the left?
I mean,
Do I know?
they started wheeling. You don't know if it's going to
Okay,
be half
fair
or full.
enough.
So,
Alright, no questions then, thank you.
all right. Sorry, stop sharing the screen.
You're playing it.
All right.
All right. Ready
To
for
calm.
updates.
So, the first Delaware has started wheeling left as ordered. Not quite completed a full 45-degree turn, but getting there. The ahead of you, there's not a lot of them, but the Highlanders are firing at your line, causing some casualties along the front ranks.
Okay.
Looking to your rear, it looks like Stevens has gotten his militia back organized.
Good.
The guns are continuing to fire. Looks like they're mostly firing at the fleeing militia. There's lots of fighting going on far to the left, but it's really hard to tell what's going on over there. And then to the southwest, it looks like Tarleton's cavalry have charged Armand's and are in a big cavalry clash over in that direction now.
Oh gosh. All right. That's not good. Okay.
And ignore those guys. Okay, any questions?
No questions, I don't think.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Has anyone seen you guys yet?
Yes. Yes, I have.
What
They've
about-
seen me, not Gates.
Not me.
I
Not
didn't.
me.
I didn't move Gates fast enough, so as penance,
No worries.
I have to redo it.
I got a pretty good verbal update, but
Well,
oh, thanks.
nothing like seeing it.
No, I mean,
So
this
you
is pretty cool.
you make your way over here. So past. Are they really that? Oh, okay. Anyway, so the British are advancing. Actually, they stopped advancing, and these troops are sliding to the west, to make room for the Highlanders, I think. The Maryland boys fired a volley and with pretty close range with heavy casualties, sending some fleeing to the rear. And it looks like North Carolina militia still a bit disheveled behind you, but Caswell's working to get them organized. As you look to the west, yes, you can see the 1st Maryland still sitting there waiting. You can hear the guns firing, but can't see too much else.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening.
Hello.
No.
Haswell is AFK,
Oh, he is?
or so seems to be. No response on voice or text chat.
So,
But last orders were to rally, so I'm assuming.
okay. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. He needs to be commanding his right wing, but
I know. Deruari is a little upset. I told him, yeah, the militia on the right are just kind of staring. He's like, they're watching. And I'm like, yeah, that's all they're doing.
it's alright.
Right. I got Cornwallis. He was Ian's. I don't know who else Ian had.
He had Webster, Luke Dog 97. The American left, British right.
Okay, somebody might want to get him.
I'll get him.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go give him his order, or give him his situation report, because I realize no one's giving it to him.
Yeah, I just saw that and did the same thing for Cornwallis. James, I'm gonna show these guys starting to rally, but not even half of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's see, that gun can't fire anymore.
Caswell's back. I'm gonna go do their briefing.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You had Webster and Cornwallis, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I can.
We got those two for this turn.
Okay. Hopefully everything starts working now.
It was like super close range. I'm about to give up on the light infantry. I think we have given up.
Oh man.
They're gone.
I think it's where they're moving and not
Not them
who
themselves.
they are. Yeah.
Are the 71st, does anyone know if they're supposed to be charging or?
No, they are supposed to be holding. Webster's giving new orders now, so that might change, but they're supposed to be engaging in a shootout, I think.
Yeah.
Per their last orders, they were to advance, halt, and fire once they were in line with 33rd, which they now are. Who was that running away?
That's Gates moving to the center to take control of the North Carolina militia.
Oh, okay.
Did you say the Cav fight's getting like free umpired?
Yep.
Do you want me to do anything while you're doing other stuff? Because I don't need to know rules for that.
Just delete some cavalry on both sides.
Okay.
Mostly
but it's still
Americans.
going. It's still going on. They're not running.
Yeah, nobody's broken yet.
Alright, Let's see if I can.
So are they firing the British
Nah.
line, or what would Webster say?
Oh, Webster's.
system.
He stopped typing. I don't know what that was about. I'm going to assume just firing.
Yeah, well, could be a charge. I just don't want to put down smoke if it's charging.
Yeah.
Come on, Webster.
Want me to prompt him onward, even though it's kind of my fault he didn't get his orders in
No,
time?
that's fine. He's typing.
If anybody is messing with them, I'd recommend against moving the cavalry. They're in the warp, and the first time we move them needs to be really far.
Okay, gotcha.
Or we're gonna.
Or else they will choose where they
They're in
go,
the
and it will be too far.
Yeah.
They're in the warp.
Where is the British light? Oh yeah, okay. Caswell's just rallying.
He's not giving orders.
Huh?
What were his previous orders? Oblique march, make room, blah blah blah. Harassing.
He was setting up for a firing line. Hence my belief that he would keep firing.
Yeah, well. Alright, so just very close range.
So our guys forming back up here. The militia on the left.
Hello, Ian.
Hamilton's guys.
I didn't
Hi.
realize you were back.
Yeah, they've started. Hey, if you want, Ian, I can take
I
Cornwallis. this
am
turn because
hopefully for good.
Okay. If you
One
want,
Yeah,
I
because
can
he's
take Cornwallis. He's
co-located.
co-located
That's
with my guy.
I got Webster for the last turn, but if you take him this turn, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully I'm back for good. I restarted my internet, my PC. But if I drop out, I'll shoot you a message on my phone and you can take over.
It's a chicken. Get you back.
So do we just give up on the light infantry on the right here?
Yes, they are definitely there, and we will tell the people involved that they are there. And if they don't believe us, tell them they must be blind fools because we umpire said it's true. Therefore, it must be.
They're totally there.
And there's no black hole to hell at Camden. Although it is in New Jersey, so one could argue you're already there.
I think it's in Carolina. One of the Carolinas.
Oh, this is the Carolinas.
South
Yes,
Carolina.
sorry, you're correct. You are correct. My apologies.
Alright, I think I did all the combat. So
Okay.
we're ready for the next turn.
As a New Yorker, I appreciate shitting on New Jersey. However,
You're very welcome. I'm from Maryland, but I'm in Maryland, but it's okay. It's fine. All right, off to give my orders or my reports, whatever.
Okay.
Alright, General Gates. No, not Gates. Stevens. Where am I? General Stevens. Alright, so your column has, or sorry, not column, your line has begun to advance and wheel left, which is a little bit of a slow affair for such a long line. The men struggle to maintain their formation as they do so, but endeavor. The Delaware line you can see is continuing to fire at an enemy that you can't really see now. You can see off to your southwest the cavalry. Looks like the cavalry of the two armies are skirmishing with each other, fighting. And that's about it. Any questions?
Off to the left there, I can see two smoke. Is that two opposing lines facing each other?
Yep, so you got the smoke of the cannon fire there, and then farther off in the distance, it looks like the British and your army is pretty close firing at each other.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
General DeKalb. Alright. So the 1st Delaware has continued to wheel and then halted and started firing on the Highlanders. The Highlanders are way outnumbered by your own troops, but making a defiant stand of it as they fire back at you. As you look over at the cavalry to the right, it's just a mishmash of cavalrymen firing pistols and clashing with sabers. Pretty hard to tell who's winning it. As you look to the rear, Stevens is advancing and wheeling his infantry about to be in about the same angle as you are. And then the guns are continuing to fire. Your artillery officer reports some of the guns further west can't fire anymore because they're blocked by the Delaware. And then there's lots of fighting still going on further east that you can't really see.
Okay. But the guns that can fire, have they engaged their new designated targets? Because
Yes.
originally I think they were firing on the retreating
Yeah.
British regiment.
Yep, they have.
Okay, good. All right, sounds great then.
Okay, thank you. All right, General Gates.
Hello.
So you have moved to the center of the army and the other portion of the North Carolina militia, which were without orders. So as you get up, you can see across the way the Loyalist militia are reforming. Over to the right, the 71st Highlanders are trading fire with the 1st Delaware, and you can see the militia, the Virginia militia, are advancing. They've reorganized and are advancing. The North Carolina militia, kind of on their own volition, has refused the flank and is firing on the British line. The 1st Maryland remains in reserve, and there's a lot of gun smoke and firing over that direction, but now you can't really see it over that way.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Don't want top-down camera.
Hello. James, can you remind me when Camden takes place again, when this battle is?
1780,
Okay.
I want to say. I think I wrote it down.
The 2nd Maryland is to form a double file line, like so. Can they do that? That's pretty simple.
No.
It's right face,
What's their morale?
alt, left face.
Yeah, they can do that. The morale's not bad enough that they wouldn't do that.
Oh, and the NC militia under Caswell, they are the ones that are formed, presumably, are going to oblique right into the right flank of the 2nd Maryland, are his orders.
Sorry, you'll have to tell me that again in a second. I'm doing
Oh,
someone else.
yep. I just fucked up the whole thing. Hold on. Hello.
Hello? Alright, so what are the British doing over here on the right, on the British right?
The 33rd is firing. The 71st is charging bayonets. The 23rd is charging bayonets.
The 71st
Light
is
infantry is
charging.
firing. Yes.
And who else is charging? The 33rd?
23rd? The 23rd. 33rd is firing.
Oh,
The 23rd is charging.
this is going to be a big moment. For those charging, well, I guess they... So I'm starting to lose their... Alright, actually I should, before we move them up, let's see, they are morale. Oh, they're already pretty low. So charging, close range, casualties, they are supported. Not led from the front. Oh, that's 3. Okay. Nope, they don't charge. Or their charge starts to go in, they get a volley, and then it breaks and they run.
Okay.
Trying to do maneuvers in the face of the enemy didn't work out very well. And if they're running, I don't think they're going to stay, so we'll switch them. Although they probably won't have gotten the memo quite as quickly. So we'll show them getting hit on the flank. I do need to do morale for them though, because they're at 2. Yeah, they're still staying. And then I need to look at what the other orders I got. Alright, North Carolina, left half wheel march. Oh, left half wheel. Then fire by file. Yeah, this flanking fire is not going to make them happy.
We're judging it based on experience and judgment. You want me to take over the cav on the left? Like, I don't know the rules, but if we're not
Well,
using the rules.
I'm just letting them slag it out, and then the U.S. is about to start running in like a minute or 2.
Okay. I think they're toast this turn. Because they outnumber them by a lot.
Okay, if you want to show them starting to run away. Let's see. So the 33rd is ordered to fire, right? They're getting hit on the flank, though. You know what? They're breaking.
Yes.
Or at least this flank is.
That's rough.
My God, I'm muted. That's why no one can hear me. Yes, that is rough for the 33rd. As for the cavalry fight, I was going to say Tarleton has a lot of crack troops by this point in the war. He was a notable commander. So, yeah, it makes sense to me that the American are now.
Yeah. Where does Legion go? Oh, they're there. No, where are
The
they?
infantry?
Yeah, they're in the center.
Oh, they need to be coming up.
Their last orders were to advance and form in front of the volunteers, which they've done.
Well, the Fusiliers are about, or the Highlanders are about to get run over. It's like 2-to-1 odds. Although Charlton arriving on the flanks could change things, so that'll be interesting.
Depends on how the VA militia handle themselves in the face of a cavalry charge. I'd imagine poorly, but you never know.
Yeah. I do think the 71st Highland are absolutely toast, but them getting shot for a couple turns might matter. Like, in the past, what they've already done might matter.
Yes, they've tied up a significant portion of the American advance.
I don't think there's any way that they're not dead.
Alright, next turn.
Alright.
Oh, you know what? We get to save time today.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Well,
it's not a bad
Oh. hang on, me.
All right. So Stevens militia have. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Stevens militia have quick timed marched, and they are now basically in the rear of the Delaware.
Okay.
And Stevens is here with you. The Delaware continue to fire on the Highlanders, and your officers are feeling pretty confident as the Highlanders are vastly outnumbered by the Delaware. And the rest of the British troops are hanging in the rear, not supporting them. So, feeling quite confident. What is troubling, however, as you look to the southwest, is you can see Armand's cavalry are starting to flee to the north. It looks like Tarleton has won the cavalry fight on your flank, and there are now cavalrymen free to do what they want to over there. As you look more to the east, you can see lots of fighting going on, lots of smoke, and it's hard to tell what's going on beyond that.
Okay. I see. And we're still in the way of one of our guns positions, I think.
You are, yep.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. I think that's. Is that more infantry to our right, the British?
Over there?
Or are they? Yeah, over there. Hamilton's, I think, is what
That's
you
the
were just
North
saying.
Carolina, militia.
Okay.
That's
And they've
reformed.
Can I also get? Actually, never mind. We're good.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry. Give me a second. Alright, so the left half of the militia line has wheeled and fired on the British position, and with devastating effect. It looks like the British their left flank is fleeing.
Oh, nice.
It looks like a charge went in against the who's that over there? The Maryland line. But it got repulsed, and so generally the British line is in retreat over to your east. British guns are still lobbing cannon, which are tearing through your line here. So I wouldn't expect too much more out of your North Carolina militia. Right wing stays where it is. Guns over there firing. You can see the 1st Delaware trading fire with Highlanders. With more infantry, I guess, forming up behind them. And that's about it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep. Right face, quick time march.
Ian, I stole Cornwallis from you again.
Yeah, that's okay. He's co-located, so I figured I'd just let you.
They're splitting up this turn, so.
Okay, gotcha. I'll take him back over then.
Next turn. Where's Rod? Rod's gonna die.
Alright, let's see.
Are you here, James?
I'm here.
Cavalry want to charge.
Of course they do.
What else are they good for?
Well, are they forming up first, or are they just...
Nope.
Okay, so they're not resting at all. Well, let's see. The infantry are marching in line. They're militia. What would militia do if they saw cavalry charging them? Probably not stand. Would they shoot at all?
Roll a die and see.
You could put some smoke down to be nice.
I'll
Oh no!
we'll give them a turn of some of them firing, and then they're all gonna run. They've already been broken once.
Okay, crisis averted. I thought I just killed the table.
Oh, please don't.
No, please don't.
I wasn't trying to.
If you can help show the cavalry charging in, aligning them.
So the thing is, this part of the world is toxic to everyone except you.
Toxic
Right.
to all life.
Right.
It's what's the thing in Disco Elysium? The Pale. Yeah, it's that.
Let Tarleton know that his cavalry's pretty exhausted after having just fought. So
I did tell him his morale was high
Yeah.
because he asked. But
So
I will
it's-
let them know that the horses are blown.
yeah, it's not more of a trotting charge than a full. Well, maybe the horses are fine. It's the men. All right, so these guys are still just sitting here shooting at each other.
On where? The left?
Yeah, on this side.
Oh yeah, the center left. Yeah.
So,
I think the British left is advancing.
did it advance
Oh.
already?
No, it hasn't. The North Carolina and Tarleton's Legion are advancing.
This could be good for the British.
They're not going to get a clean line there, though, with the Scotsmen dying in the way. These guys are just going to suck canister.
Well, and they're gonna fall back anyway because they don't like it.
If you want to roll for it, Rowden gave orders to personally join them and try to rally. So clearly it didn't work, but he might be at risk. I don't know.
To the Highlanders.
Yes.
Let's roll to see
commanders
if
with
Rowden dies. Is Rowden a new player? I don't like killing new players.
Yeah, he is. He had Atlas that got rammed in the naval game.
Tell him he got injured, but he's not dead.
All right.
You
His
got-
horse is dead and he's been thrown from.
There you go.
He'll have smaller, lower down to the ground pictures from here on out. Yes, naturally.
So they got disrupted passing through the fleeing Highlanders. That was an interesting fight.
Rowden's volunteers are going for two. Whoopsies.
I didn't even know Tarleton's Legion had infantry. I thought they were a cavalry group.
Maybe they just ran out of horses.
That would be very British. Private regiment of them.
Right.
Well, we have all these volunteers and guns, but we don't have the horses. Well, I can still fight. Eh?
They actually
Just
carry-
just give them half pay. LMAO.
They carry Tarleton's stuff, his looted stuff.
Right half forward march.
Nice.
Let's see. Advance to their fused left. Encourage them to hold. Still got the first Maryland that haven't even done anything. All right, so these guys.
Yeah, they just got orders to march this way and join in the shooting.
What are the orders on the British right?
So the 30, pretty much everyone is withdrawing beyond musket range and reforming.
Okay, so that's. I'm just gonna move them, and then you guys can help make it look prettier.
Yeah, get rid of the smoke, I presume.
Yeah, the smoke.
Smoke, be gone.
It always devolves into free Kriegsspiel.
Yes, it does.
That
I
is-
can't make complex decisions after about 2 hours and 15 minutes in your games, James. So between
Yeah,
now-
yeah, we don't mind that. Let's be clear here. That's
Yeah.
actually more of a pro than a con, if anything.
at this point, I'm like, what makes sense? And
If you umpire me at 12:30 at night, I'm like, bayonet, attack, have cover.
Bayonet, attack.
Because I'm trying to die, so I can
just end it. All right. So the last thing that could happen is this cavalry attack on the right. I think the Americans are actually winning but we'll
Yeah, I was gonna say they had a decent
so we'll
plan here.
we'll give a turn to see how that turns out, how they react, and then we're close to calling it. Maybe 1 or 2 more turns. Yep, I think we're good.
Oh,
I was about to grab another taco. Gosh dang it.
No more tacos.
okay.
Okay, you can have tacos later. All right. So Stevens has ordered his men to
Oh no.
turn right and go that way.
Oh, brother.
It's a bit hard to see what's going on, but it looks like the cavalry have broken Armand and are now charging into your flank, which is right into the front of your lines. So it looks like some of them have taken the courage to fire on the approaching cavalry. Good news is the Highlanders are pulling back and in a bit disheveled formation, fleeing to the rear. The rest of the line, so you got the North Carolina Loyalists, they've advanced, as well as Tarleton's Legion and Rawdon's Volunteers, so they've all advanced along the line and are forming line to face you, but have not fired yet. As you look to the left, you can see the North Carolina militia close to you doing some maneuvers. A bit hard to tell what's going on. And that's it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Alright, General Gates. I don't know why I did that. Let me share my screen. Alright, so you ride to the left to shout words of encouragement to the militia over here. Lots of gun smoke, difficult to see, but it looks like the whole British right is in retreat. You can hear a lot of hooping and hollering. The right half has advanced as ordered and is firing at something that you cannot see what. And the 1st Maryland remains in reserve. Haven't been activated yet. And as you look far over there, you can see the guns firing. I guess you can't see much more than that.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
Yep. Right face, march forward. I don't know. I guess they would.
Smoke down, or do you use that to tell who you've already resolved?
I just using it to know who's shooting.
Okay. Then yes, put smoke down, or no, wait.
Put it down if someone's shooting. Yep. Right.
Okay. James Caswell got eaten by hell again. Can I have another Caswell? Sorry.
What?
I'm
Caswell at home.
eating the Caswells to the hell portal. It just keeps happening.
Stop putting Caswell in hell.
What's that meme where the neighbor has the cats and he keeps getting new cats every time they get eaten by the prey, the predators?
No,
And
we
it
have
sounds
different memes.
he tells the neighbor it sounds like you're just feeding the predators cats. It's that, but with Caswell's.
Alright,
And now the smoke.
here's a Caswell for you.
Thank you. Where is he? Ah,
He needs like floaties and a safety vest.
he needs like floaties and a safety fence.
Loadies.
Whoa.
They're not quite out of musket range as they wanted.
Yeah.
Wait to read the cav orders. Charge. Okay. Shocker. If Carlton's Legion is getting orders from 2 different people, and one of those people is half a mile away in a cavalry charge, I think he would listen to the other people.
Yeah, he listened to the other one. I don't think the militia would charge into cavalry.
No, I'm imagining not.
Did they get ordered to?
Yep.
Of course they did.
Oh no.
It's just. And the other, so I gave him a.
The cav charges, the order is to charge, and if they break, keep going.
Yeah.
Well, let's say they move at, I don't know, 150 instead of 200. I don't know what you think is reasonable, but even that.
Can someone change the states on all these to 2?
Oh, yep.
Like that's one. Let's just do 100. That's
Well, now they're just catching prisoners and mowing them down.
I can mess with states if that's the order.
Yeah. Just make them look like they're all running.
There's other consequential things to do. I can play arts and crafts over here.
I can play it.
Let's see. These guys are firing, which I need to. Well, the Americans were doing good, and then they just ignored the cavalry charge, so that's not good. Turn.
Well, I guess the first
line
Delaware has
right.
to about face or die now.
Wait, battle line
Well-
right face, march forward. Yeah, they're ignoring it. Yeah, they're breaking too.
What, the Delaware?
Yeah.
Did I start state changing all of them?
Just do the right wing. Just show them starting to break, because they would not stand and fire while cavalry's charging
Right
down
behind
militia
them.
behind them. They were doing so good.
Yeah, I wonder why that militiaman didn't about face when he had the chance. I guess he
Well,
didn't really.
there wasn't much he could have done, but the Delaware should have refused the right flank and fired on the cavalry, and that would have sent them running.
I'm
It would have
wondering.
saved the flank.
But
I don't think it would have saved the militia, but like
No, not
Yeah, well, the militia are inconsequential.
No, it would have scared off the cavalry, and then they could have turned back and finished off the militia in front of them. But now they're
and they'd done so well on their left, it would have.
Is considering the Marquis de Rouerie is considering sending the First Maryland over to the right.
So it could be. So these guys are reforming. If they sent the First Maryland to charge in on the flank
Oh,
here,
never mind. New orders for the First Maryland. They are to advance with their commander.
oh, they're advancing.
As is the second, first and second advancing towards the 71st or the enemy.
Okay, so that. Oh, and the second's advancing.
Yep. And the Marquis is supposed to be dead center of them.
Yeah, let me just. Wait,
Whoa, okay, hold on.
Drop
Sorry.
them for a second, and then do it. That might salvage it, because they're about to hit the flank of that militia line. Maybe.
Did any of you see that video that I think it was Amelia posted in the main server that was like the tribal warfare?
No, I didn't see it. No.
It was a documentary. It looks really interesting. I watched pretty much all of it. A guy dies in a raid or something, and so these two groups go to war, and they try to enact the guy who decided the family who had the person killed tries to kill another dude in the war, and like it's all about killing one other guy and confirming that kill. And like on the way, 18 people die of wounds that they sustain on the march, or infections, or diseases, and so on. And they get there, and they have this big battle with like 200 people, and you have the camera panning across it, and no one dies of wounds in the battle. And then they go home. And I mean, I just think that's really, if it weren't for the 19 dead, I would say really hilarious.
Like IKS at Fields and McCoy's when?
Huh?
Alright, I'm going down to get updates.
All right, I'm gonna send in turn 10. Yeah, that looks good
James
to
is
me.
ready. Yeah, I think it's Jarva.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, James.
Gates writes to join you.
Yay!
The general
Hello,
himself. So the infantry stop firing, turn right, and start marching to make room for the guns. As they do so, the cavalry charge into the militia who had orders to charge, but they do not do so. They basically turn and run, fleeing away from Tarleton's cavalry, and your own right wing, unhappy about having cavalry in the rear, also start to break and run and are fleeing towards the center, towards you. You do still have control of the center and left, but it's threatening to be broken as well, as you are now come under fire from the whole entire line, from east to west, and casualties are starting to mount. That is the situation.
Okay. Great. Sounds excellent.
All right. Any questions?
None thus far.
Okay.
Oh, well, I do have a question. So this is turn 9, correct?
Yeah. This is the update from turn 9.
Okay. We just sent in orders from turn 10. Well, I did before I got the update, and that's kind of an oopsie on my part.
Yeah.
Is it fine if I edit turn 10?
Yeah, just delete it or edit it, either way.
Okay, yeah, I'm editing it right now.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, good. Someone already got the Maryland orders. Bye.
Gates and DeKalb nearly just died.
Oh yeah.
Nearly. They're fine.
Tarleton said, "Are those players?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm not going to tell you if they're players. Those are color parties and officers." They went, "Okay."
Okay.
Oh no. Cavalry, right wheel, charge. Whoever brings me the head of the American commanders will get extra pay. Every game we play, James, people are bribing for murder by 12:30.
That's
Was
true.
that
Driving for murder
in the
by
Mexico
12:30.
game?
Oh God, yes. My head was how much money? $100. I'll take it in that time.
So one player offered $5 and one player offered 100.
Jesus Christ.
You had two separate players separately offering bounties for
I'll
you.
take whoever had the 100. I think they have a better appreciation of the glory of Santa Ana,
Oh,
despite what Desert Fox says about him. As
Cornwallis
for
is
Tarleton, this is actually something that is, again, in character, because that guy was just insane.
Cornwallis is telling everyone to charge again.
Oh, no.
Oh
He's
god.
telling the militia to charge.
No, just everyone. He's sending dispatches out.
Oh, everyone charge. It's the 11:30 charge time.
Hey, Rowden's charging too. Volunteers in North Carolina regulars fix bayonets, board,
That's
march.
such a bad idea.
Char- He wants to advance 50 yards, shoot, and then charge. What is this?
That's a horrible idea.
Well, Gates is leaving, so he's not gonna get
So,
taken.
I don't think it is a terrible idea because Tarleton's going to hit them in the back.
Oh, that's not so bad. But I mean the stopping and shooting, because he's,
Sure. Yeah.
I would just charge. If he knows the cavalry's coming, don't shoot your own men.
Well-
Also, the tendency for militia to stop because they have orders to shoot and not go forward again.
I'm waiting to see if DeKalb gives a smart order for his second line to turn around and just fire on the cavalry. Because if they do that, cavalry will run, and if they don't, cavalry will smash into him and the right flank's
and
gone.
kill him.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm just going to disentangle the cav in case.
But if this militia was ordered to charge already, they're not gonna do it. It'll be enough to break them.
Are they turning tail in the middle there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're on the flank. They're unsupported. They've already broken once, and now they're getting told to charge in again.
I don't.
Well, it hasn't reached them yet, so I mean.
What about these guys? Are they still just reforming?
I'm waiting for orders, but I would assume so.
Company form.
He's still typing.
Double column. What? By company form double column and close ranks.
Who is this?
This is over here.
Name one more. Oh, the Delawares?
DeKalb. Yeah, the Delaware.
And what,
Form.
this is... Yeah,
double
DeKalb.
column.
Well,
Oh, and to...
basically...
Double column is.
So facing this way like that,
Yes.
which is
By
not...
company? Well, how many men are in each one of these blocks? I guess we assume each one of them is...
Oh, by company. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the wrong
It's not.
order.
It's not look backwards.
It's not look backwards and shoot.
So they're going to get charged down?
They're breaking.
It should be... Okay.
And he's
Should be about... Just for the future, the company march thing would be about this wide.
Oh, okay.
and then everyone else would form in behind them.
It's the
So each row would
wrong
be a company.
orders. Put them
It's
all
the wrong order.
set to.
I feel like it rarely comes down to something that concrete.
Okay.
Because
There's
I
the
think if
orders.
turn around and shoot the pony was the order, the Americans win. They might still win.
Is there a
Tarleton.
hotkey
Well,
for changing state?
just hold 2 when you're over them.
Okay.
1 or 2. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than right click and state change and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so the right wing just broke. I think it makes the battle much less conclusive than historically, because the American left is doing all right and the center's strong.
Can I play devil's advocate for 1 second?
Go for it.
So, the British right lost, no question. But I don't think they're really going to get punished for it.
No,
do they have any cabinet punishment? So the American right definitely lost. And there's a unit of light cavalry amidst all the running away dudes. So to me, that's the difference. Like, performance-wise,
I think the thing is, Tarleton, for all his glorious will to charge, is going to find that that's going to be difficult on 2 accounts. 1, 1st Maryland, very fresh. 2, the North Carolina militia have formed up pretty well and are also rather fresh. The big issue is, do the cannons get captured?
Who cares about the 1st Maryland? They're so far away. All Tarleton's going to do is run down fleeing troops. That's it.
That's true.
Nobody can catch him, and to get more value out of this, all he has to do is run down men who have already broken.
Yeah. Okay. Let's bring everyone to the lobby. Have some
Okay.
fun.
Oh.
It's time.
Oh.
Here we go, shouting the battle cry. If we know where that's wrong war.
Everybody hush. You'll get your turn. Shush.
Hold on.
Sorry.
All right. Welcome, everyone. So for those that this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for playing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to give a high-level overview of what happened in the battle, and then each umpire will also get to do the same, talk about what they saw, and then we'll go through all the players. Will have a chance to kind of share their experience and a minute to talk. So, but I like to ask before I show everything and reveal the CICs on the 2 side. Who do you think's winning? So we'll start with Gates.
I think it seems like it's more or less in the balance, but that we are doing pretty well.
Okay. And Cornwallis?
It is a swift British victory. We just working on breaking the rebel right. We got that cavalry charge. It's working in our favor. Yeah, it's definitely a victory for the crown.
Wow. All right. Let me share my screen. So, hopefully everyone can see this. The British deployed pretty well historically. Let me get my drawer. Actually, almost exactly historically. The only difference was Tarleton's infantry legion was put in the center instead of on the left side. So the British left had all the militia, the right had all the regulars, and then the 71st Highlanders were split on both sides. The Americans changed up their organization, so rather than making the mistake of putting all the militia on their left, they spread the militia pretty much all along the front line, and then had the regulars, Continental Army soldiers behind that in reserve. And I think that proved that it worked a lot better than the historical battle, as the militia, rather than just breaking almost instantly and fleeing, they did withdraw in some cases, but they had forces to hide behind, and so they were able to regroup. Now, I had the Continental Army units on the right. They initially did pretty good. They advanced. The militia were trading fire with the North Carolina Loyalist militia, which did withdraw, and then the Virginia militia also withdrew, but the 1st Delaware moved up, and then the Delaware was holding the line for quite a while. They were trading fire with the Highlanders, which eventually withdrew. And now, we'll get toward the end of what happened there. In the center, kind of quiet in the center, the North Carolina militia didn't engage for a long time. The British advanced on the right in the face of the North Carolina militia. They traded fire for a while. And then the British, the 33rd and the 23rd and the 71st, they did some maneuvers within 50 yards of the North Carolina line. So they were like this, and with the 71st, and they started doing some marching maneuvers while they were very close, and unfortunately taking fire while trying to do maneuvers so close to the enemy didn't go well for them, so they ended up breaking and withdrawing. Oh, it also didn't help that the North Carolina was starting to shoot on their flank. And so they broke and withdrew, and as you can see here, they are regrouping. And then towards the end of the battle, the 1st and 2nd Maryland are attacking up the... Sorry, I lost track where I am. Attacking up the center, starting to break Tarleton's volunteers. And the battle was so very close to being an American victory, but then Tarleton and Armand battled each other. Their cavalry battled over here on the flank. Tarleton won the battle. He had almost twice as many cavalry as Armand. And then he had free reign on the American flank, and the Americans, unfortunately, didn't do anything about it. So they had some orders to march in column and straight towards the cavalry. And so the militia broke pretty quickly, and then the 1st Delaware, I think, missed a big opportunity. The umpires were waiting for the order to basically turn around and fire on the cavalry, and if they'd done that, the cavalry likely would have broken and fled. Instead, they gave some other orders, and with cavalry in the rear and charging in, DeKalb ran over and killed, and the 1st Delaware broke, and so the American right is breaking. And as a result of that, with the cavalry free to run, they're going to be chasing them all over, coming into the center where the guns are, and the Americans will be forced to retreat from the field. So it was a near American victory. It's going to be still a British victory, though not near as decisive as it was historically, but still a British victory where the Americans are going to have to leave the field. As I think once these groups are reorganized, they're going to attack again, and it'll be too much for the Americans with the right wing broken. So enough from me. Let's hear from the other umpires. Panzer, would you like to go next?
I think you got most of it. I had the British left, and I had a great time with both, sometimes all three of the players that I have. I just want to echo James's point that it really did come down to like 2 sets of orders at the end of the game, in my opinion. Tarleton's cavalry got around the right flank of the Americans, and the militia initially opposing him were ordered to charge the oncoming cavalry, which didn't go well. And then as the cavalry got around the 1st Delaware, got ordered to move into columns and move to their right. And I think all of us agree in the post-game that if they had refused their right or turned around or shooted the cav, it would have been enough that the American victory on the left would have carried the day. So I thought that was really neat. It almost never is that close, at least in my experience. And I had a blast. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you. Umpire Ian.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was my first time umpiring. Had some connection issues in the middle, so sorry, Webster, but figured that all out. Yeah, I don't have much to add, but I got a good kick out of Cornwallis' hyper-aggression, and I liked when he told Webster he was sending Tarleton's infantry and then just didn't. That's pretty funny.
That's in the orders. I have it in my orders.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, okay, bud.
Okay. That's all I got.
All right, umpire reservist.
Yeah, I had a good time. I really like 3D battles. Really makes you feel the friction, as Webster, I think, unfortunately learned. I was umpiring the American left primarily. and then occasionally the British right when the connection issues occurred, but that was only brief. Marquis de la Rouerie of the Maryland, and the NC militia under... I am so sorry, I keep forgetting your name. Richard Caswell. Thank you. Caswell's militia held the first line as per the American deployments, the Maryland the second. They were repulsed, but the 2nd Maryland moved up and counterattacked. It was all, as James says, pretty straightforward fight. Good command and control. That's the beauty of a simple plan. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night. I have to hop off, so have a good night.
Thank you. Appreciate your help. All right, now for the players going down. So share your experience, what you did, maybe some interesting orders you gave, maybe something you took away from the experience that you learned that you'll apply in future battles, stuff like that. So we'll start with Bannister Tarleton.
Well, save the day. Just saying. And I think my cav did a lot. I don't know what was happening with my infantry. But they got it eventually, and they started firing. So I'd say, did pretty good. Then the rest of the infantry came back, so they did pretty good in the end. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you. Stevens.
Hi everyone, I was the Virginia militia commander on the American right, British left, and I was the one who supposedly charged Cav. So I actually spent most of my game reforming behind the line. I didn't actually engage. I think I spent 2 turns engaged against any infantry, and that was kind of it. But my main gripe there was I didn't order a charge. I'm using the orders quick reference Google sheet, and it says the order I gave would have braced. So I don't know if that would have changed anything, but shrug, it happened. I'm militia, I expected to get charged by Cav break.
You're saying the order charge bayonets was to brace?
Yeah, that's what it says. The description is level pieces at waist height, not to charge. I figured I was being charged at the time. If I move, I'd rout because I'm militia. So the best I could do was just brace, really.
Okay. Well, in that case, we rescind our disparaging remarks, but your militia would have broken still anyway. But okay, thank you. Gates.
So this is my first time as an overall commander. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I think from the experience of doing it, having never really seen this side of things, so that was really cool. And the only thing that I learned was sometimes it pays to be a little more decisive. I had actually said while I was co-located with Stevens and DeCald that we should have the infantry, the remaining infantry, refuse the flank and fire on the cavalry. And, that might not have actually saved us, but that would have been probably the thing to do. And, but I didn't, directly insist upon that as the order, and then I basically thought I would go over back to the right to see if I could get reinforcements to bring around. And, yeah, by then the day was lost. So... at least we did better than the real life Gates.
Yep. All right, DeCobb.
Yeah, so this is my first ever time even being in a Kriegsspiel match like this, and leading the Delaware regulars. We're doing pretty good up until the Cav that we were leading ended up breaking by, I think it was Bannister Tarleton. And yeah, I think after the Cav charge it was kind of over for us, but it's pretty good. I enjoyed it, learned a lot.
Good, I'm glad. Caswell.
Hello. I actually was able to... There's a strategy that I've used in other war games before, and it was basically to draw the enemy into my line and then open up one of their flanks, which is actually what happened. I ended up firing into the flank of the enemy. and causing them to withdraw from our lines, which was unexpected. I did not expect that to work at all. So that was cool to see that strategy work. I thought there was a lot of cohesion between everybody on our team. That was amazing to see as well. It was very easy to communicate with everybody. Sometimes that's kind of difficult. Overall, this is probably, I think, this is my second 3D game, and I enjoyed it a whole lot. The last time I played a 3D game was with an ACW format, and it was really fun. So, thanks everybody. This was really fun. Thank you all.
Good, I'm glad. Webster?
Yeah, so I had the British right, basically all of the infantry on the right-hand side of the road. And very early on, I saw the smoke on the far left, kind of before we would have reached the enemy line on the left-hand side. And so I basically made the decision that they got I was thinking effectively that our left got the big surprise, and that made sense given that the forest was kind of over there a little bit. And that plus orders from Cornwallis, I basically decided we were just going to go right in and try and hold the rebel left flank in place. And their militia withdrew pretty easily. And then as James went over, at that point, as the militia withdrew, is when I got something in my eye for a couple of turns and just couldn't really see anything. And so at that point, I made that mistake of doing the maneuvers too close to the enemy line. But I think I ended up withdrawing before it was a disaster, and especially with what I now know happened on the left, I think I would have been able to reform and hold enough for the cavalry to come to save the day.
I was actually really impressed with your aggressiveness.
I
did not expect for you to come so close. I expected a charge at that point. Once you've gotten so close to me, I expected you to charge me, but you didn't, and I was really surprised.
Ian and I had a whole discussion for about a minute over whether the British would have had plug bayonets or ring bayonets. So that was the idea there. Is I had them load, advance to close range, fire, and then charge.
Yeah,
and that worked great on the militia, but then you had that very well placed regulars behind the militia. So
my whole plan there was to get 2 volleys off on you, and then withdraw and let the regulars do the rest, and then shift to the left flank of those regulars, which is what we were starting to do before the game ended. Actually, it was a really fun game. Really fun game.
All right.
Well, before I gotta go
ahead.
Everybody did great. My first time ever doing CIC, so my commanders acted very autonomously and made the right decisions. We ended up winning, so I'm very happy. But Gates, good job. Fucking excuse my language, all the rebel commanders, great job. And I had a really fun time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, some people weren't showing up. Lord Rodden, I need to get you.
Okay, yeah, I had the left wing of the British Army. I had mostly volunteer forces, so they were not the most stable units, especially when the enemy regulars and their 2 batteries fired on them. They nearly retreated instantly. But otherwise, I was able to hold the line pretty well. I was a little bit surprised that the enemy cavalry didn't even try to charge me or get into my flank or whatever. They were just kind of standing there. So I mostly exchanged fire with a militia that broke relatively quickly, and then I tried to get closer and closer and get to take out the enemy guns or the regulars, whatever happened first. And when the game ended, I was just about to make a big bayonet charge. I already had the orders in, so that would have been fun to see. But well, in the end, we won. I had a great time. Thanks to all the umpires. Thanks to my colleagues.
Thank you. All right, I think the last
Hey.
person is the Marquis de la Rouerie.
Yes, I was on the American left flank. My orders were simple. We were to hold after the militia fell back. And, well, the militia fell back. I held, and I do apologize to Webster. He made a mistake, and I took advantage of it. But hey, that's supposed to happen in
As
war.
you should,
so.
as you should.
Yes. And once when he fell back, I tried to retake the momentum and advance. So, but by the time I was making progress, the game ended. So, I think I did fairly well, and just I think the biggest lesson for me is trust other officers, because yeah, I did give a message to Caswell, just like, why are you not like drawing them in advance? Draw them in, but they were already advancing because I did not know what was going on in my front. So I trust them more because they know what's going on and I don't.
Always a good
Yeah,
lesson.
in that moment, actually, I was wanting the enemy to get a little closer. I was going to hold, draw them into firing range, and then unleash my volleys. And then once they started, because I had, at the beginning of the game, they told us morale was going to be a deal, and I was like, as soon as these British regulars hit me with one good crisp volley, these guys aren't going to hold ground. So that's why I was like, what do you want? Do you want them to run? Because if I advance, they'll run. And but if I stand here and shoot, I might have a chance to rally them. Which rallying them became quite the task, because I had so many men under my command. It was ridiculous. It was like 2,000 guys, and I was like, man, there's so many brigades I had to keep up with. So rallying them after they broke was kind of chaotic. But all happens in war. We don't always agree with each other's strategies, but it happens.
Yeah.
All right. With that, thank you, everyone. I'm going to end the recording. You're welcome to stick around and keep talking if you like, and we'll see you at the next one.